all the hype was around decentralized autonomous organizations in late 2021, early 2022. But since then, not a lot of people have been talking about it, but with recent events with FTX, Voyager Digital, 3 Arrows Capital, I think it's about time we start looking into DAOs, letting the community manage projects instead of just letting executives run companies, run away with funds, and do whatever they feel like. So recently I was looking into a few DAOs that are pretty interesting, one of which is called AirDao. A lot of you guys have been telling me about it on Twitter, and it's actually pretty interesting. I think it's worth sharing on the channel. So AirDao is the first DAO to encompass an entire L1 blockchain ecosystem. And this is pretty cool because there are dozens of layer 1 ecosystems out there, from Ethereum to Cardano to Solana to Avalanche to Polkadot to many more. All of them basically have management running it. And if we've learned anything from 2022, it's to not always trust management of large crypto companies. We've learned our lessons by now. With funds just disappearing, being lent out, we've learned our lessons. So with AirDao, the cool thing about it is that everyone who participates in it is not just a consumer. They're not just using the products. They're not just using all of these different products that they offer, but they're able to make decisions as to what the path forward is going to be. So with AirDao, there's a few main things. First of which is that AirDao has a suite of products. Currently, the products are AMB Net, AirDao Staking, AirDao Web App, AirDao Bridge, Firepot Swap, and AirDao Explorer. They're constantly developing and working on all of these products to make them better for everyday users, and they're planning on adding more products and use cases over time. But essentially, what AirDao is they are governing the AMB Net blockchain. AirDao, they basically are aiming to bring the benefits of Web3 to an untapped global audience. Right now, there are a lot of layer 1 projects, like I've said, out there, but many of them are not managed properly. They have outages, and they don't always have very useful tools just yet. Yes, we talk about other layer 1 cryptos that I'm very bullish on, but it doesn't mean I can't be bullish on more. With AirDao, the flagship AirDao dashboard ultimately allows users to unlock all different types of dApps, like we just listed. You're able to have from AirDao Staking to AirDao Web App. You're able to have all of these different benefits and a simple and easy dashboard. So that is something that is really, really cool. This is ultimately evident in their first DEX that is released on the dashboard, called Firepot Swap, which we just briefly mentioned. Is very simple, it's easy to use, and ultimately allows users to make a complicated trading and swapping experience very simple. That's the first thing. Next is that AirDao and its partners have designed a user-friendly product with ultimately the end user in mind for each of these different products we've talked about. So if you're looking at the platform right here, you can see that all of these different products have very simple and easy to use designs. And that is one of the most important things in crypto, in my opinion, is if you're going to see utility, if you're going to see people use products, they need to be easy, they need to be intuitive, people need to understand how to use them. And the last few things before we get into major announcements as of recently is that with AirDao, every single person is not just a consumer. They can serve an active role in the community if they want, in helping to shape the future of AirDao governance, development, the roadmap, product delivery, and all those different aspects in the future. So that, I think, is really unique and very important when you're looking at a project, is how are they managed? Are people going to run away with funds? Are they going to lend things out? But with a DAO, that isn't possible because all the management is really by the community. Now let's talk about what has been going on recently with a few major announcements. First is I want to talk about major listings, because in the short period of time that this project has been around, they've already gotten major listings and notoriety from KuCoin being the first one. KuCoin listed AMB tokens with their AMB to USD pair, and they're currently even running a competition where they're giving away $30,000 in AMB token rewards, and basically this is a net holding competition. So make sure to check that out. If you already have KuCoin, check out the competition. trade AMB if you're interested in it on KuCoin, because you can easily get these rewards. Second major platform was MEXC. MEXC also just recently listed AMB tokens, and with this, it shows that projects are not really getting listings as readily anymore. So with MEXC listing AMB to their over 10 million users, that is another stamp of approval showing that people are interested, big institutions are interested in layer 1 ecosystems that are basically run by a DAO. Third is going to be with Binance, the largest crypto exchange in the world by far, also is currently running a AMB giveaway. They listed AMB as well on their platform. And again, this is something that we like to see, seeing that major exchanges recognize a project, like it, and not only that, but they're running giveaways to promote people getting on the platform and participating in trading and buying and being part of a community for an individual token. So all of that was really cool in my opinion, that KuCoin, MEXC, and Binance all have listed this token in just a short period of time, and all basically are running giveaways. Now let's talk about some of their partners. So AirDao, when they launched, they recently just secured, just within the last few months, a $2 million strategic investment from one of the most renowned companies in the Web3 investing space, from DWF Labs. They are ultimately a leading global market maker and Web3 investment company, and they provide a wide range of support for Web3 projects, from OTC solutions to market making to token listings. And the cool thing about this is that DWF Labs is going to be involved in this project, not just making an investment, but they can't just go ahead and sell tokens whenever they want. Their tokens are locked for multiple years, and they're trying to take an active role in improving AirDao and being a part of this rapidly growing ecosystem. Last thing I want to go over with AirDao is going to be just with regard to a few things of its platform. Two things that are pretty cool is that recently AirDao just launched an Ethereum bridge. So why this is important in my opinion is that with the AMB to ETH bridge, ERC tokens are ultimately going to be able to be easily transferred to AMB, increasing the liquidity while giving AMB holders the ability to use AMB on the biggest Ethereum dexes in the world, such as Uniswap and SushiSwap and all the major dexes. So that is really useful, seeing that you have interoperability between blockchains. That is essential in my opinion for any layer 1 blockchain. Right now, this bridge is ultimately a huge step because AirDao, and according to their roadmap, according to everyone in the community, they don't just have plans of using this Ethereum like ETH to AMB bridge, but they want to have it to multiple different blockchains in the future, and we've already started to see this with Binance as well, BNB chain as well. The CEO ultimately believes that multi-chain future is essential, so that is why they're continuing to do that. In addition to this, with the AMB to ETH bridge, also transactions using a relay chain. This ultimately gives visibility and the ability to group transactions which are collectively processed. So this is ultimately really cool. Seeing with this ETH bridge, it adds multiple benefits in terms of versatility, in terms of security, and ultimately it just makes it easier for people to go about trading AMB tokens and transferring them to the largest ETH dexes in the world. So right now, if you're looking at crypto, I would say projects are very concerned about how they are managed. People are very concerned about how projects are managed because people have been running away with funds. We see FTX collapse. We see Voyager Digital. We see all these major exchanges just collapse. And I think it's very important that we recognize that DAOs do have utility, and a DAO that is governing an entire layer 1 ecosystem is something that we have never seen before. So it is definitely worth checking out, in my opinion. AMB token is something that I just recently added to my portfolio on KuCoin. I bought it on KuCoin, but you can get it on any of the major exchanges, as we talked about, like MEXC, Binance, KuCoin. So let me know your thoughts. I'm curious to see what you think, but I hope you enjoyed today's video.